Because I was telling you last night, we were so nervous on that last podcast.
Yeah, that's crazy. I think y'all did a good job last time though.
It was also the first one, so it was kind of
like ever.
Yeah.
As like a obviously as a group, but probably like
for
y'all in general,
Yeah,
right?
we've never touched the podcast yet, like since then or before. Then.
Before then, yeah.
The last time we came, it wasn't like we didn't know what like we were almost doing at first, and it was so much different coming to this like event too. Cause like last time, like I was nervous as hell going to the event, but like last night I was talking to everybody. Like I knew like what we were about, and I think we were just kind of figuring it out last time we were here. You know what I mean? And then we came back this next time, and like it was set in stone. Like we knew exactly what we were pushing, and it's crazy how it came from October to August. Like,
Yeah.
just those couple of months, probably like 8 months. It just slowly.
How a lot.
We busy, 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 we busy. That bitch so pretty, got a big girl just like Lindsay. Said she fucking with me, making drives across the city. Swear this shit can get too litty. Pushing be like Diddy, you ain't B-boy, who you kidding? At the top, I see you there. In LA, I see you there. At the space, I see you there. Since the state, I see you there. I know y'all go crazy, y'all be turning up in the square. Take another pill and we get turned up just by anywhere. Hit you in and say yeah, just to see if there's some feelings there.
But yeah, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I am your co-host CJ from Park Car Talks, and hitting another solo dolo pod like we did last time.
Yeah.
But you know, some familiar faces on the pod today. How the Floating Toe Boys, Trent and Lewis. How are y'all doing today?
amazing.
Fucking
Yeah.
fantastic.
Welcome back to the ATX. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And
Thank you.
I feel like this time is pretty dope too, because y'all are here for a couple more days, right? Like y'all were really only here for that night last time, right? Or like in the morning the day before or something.
Like only like 3 days. Like we got here the day, did the event, maybe stayed. Did we stay a day?
I think y'all
after?
stayed a
'Cause
day.
it was when we came and did that.
and
with
then
you.
did the pod, and then I
yeah,
think
yeah.
y'all had left to like,
Do the riser pod.
yeah, that's what
and
it
then
was.
we went home that night.
No, we went to San Antonio and stayed with my sister the day after, and then we went out with her.
because we had to do the pod, both pods.
No, that's what I'm saying. We did it on that day when we did his, and then we
Yeah,
left
so
the
that's what I
next
was
day.
saying,
Yeah,
yeah.
and went to San Antonio.
Yeah.
You said went home.
No.
Yeah, we went to San Antonio.
Yeah,
and got lit in San
but
Antonio.
so now like you're staying in Austin for a couple days, right? So you're obviously here for the event yesterday, and then y'all are here tonight, and then you'll be here tomorrow or leaving tomoror.
Saturday morning.
Saturday. Okay, today's Thursday. That's right. So I can show you around the city and stuff. But I think I said you met Zachary yesterday. That's like my co-host for PCT and stuff. So it's cool for him to get to meet y'all and kind of see what y'all are about and stuff.
It was super dope meeting him last night.
Yeah.
Like he was cool.
Dude,
it felt like
I
we
hit
were,
it off with him. Like
Yeah.
he was cool as fuck.
we were
Yeah.
talking about it like when we got back to the hotel, and we were like, dude, it felt like we were hanging out with like some homeboys from back home.
Yeah,
For
and
real.
that's kind of like how we want it to be, especially like we've already been building up this relationship with y'all and everything like that. So it's like, oh man, like pretty much like I pretty much went there just to hang out with y'all for real.
And
like
that's what we
honestly,
said. We were
like
it was kind of cool how they pulled up and were just like kicking it with us. Like, I mean, y'all could have came and like walked around and stuff, but like y'all was there to like chill with us. And hang
yeah,
out with us.
yeah, just because I was like, bro, like I want to see how they're doing, and I support everything that y'all are trying to build as a brand and as as individuals as well. So just kind of. Y'all came out to Austin again, so I was like, why would I not support? And even like all the homies and stuff are buying y'all's merch and shit. So it's like, it's all love. And,
sure.
that's how we want that to be whenever y'all come into the city, and like, hopefully we pull up on y'all one time and, it will be the same. I'm assuming it'd be the same thing,
Oh, yeah,
all
most
love.
definitely.
Y'all need to come
definitely.
for Iron Bowl.
Yeah. Yeah.
Auburn,
That,
Alabama?
that actually would be a pretty
Dude.
good if y'all wanted to come and it'd be crazy.
That would be the day too.
like
Oh yeah,
Auburn
because it's
is
in
about to
Auburn
be,
this year.
Yeah.
It's gonna be insane.
When is it? Do you know?
November.
End of November.
It's the third Saturday, I think. Usually,
It's usually right after Thanksgiving.
Okay.
yeah, it's around like that
Yeah.
third Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah. So what, is Thanksgiving always on a Thursday?
Yeah,
Thanksgiving's
it's
always
usually
on a
third
Thursday.
isn't it?
Yeah.
So I think it's that third Saturday. But also this year, Auburn's been getting some new recruits and stuff with Hugh Freeze. So I think the football team's going to be better.
What's up?
I'm gonna talk my shit right now.
Let them know. Let them know.
Fuck Alabama. Fuck Georgia. Hugh Freeze is taking all y'all's players. You seen what he was doing the past 2 days. He's taking multiple players from Georgia and Bama.
Okay.
So stop playing with that boy.
We'll see. We'll see.
We
We'll
took a
see.
quarterback from Georgia.
Really?
Dead ass.
Oh shit.
I don't know how he pulled
He's,
that.
oh
off.
no, but hey, bro, yeah, no, that's and especially UT and OU's going to be there next year.
Yeah,
That's gonna
yeah.
be
Oh,
crazy.
yeah.
Like,
We were talking to somebody last night that's going to the Texas Bama game. in Bama.
Yeah, and they said that was their first. Like, it's going to be their first college football game.
Really?
I was like, dude, that's
Yeah.
going to be a crazy one.
that's gonna be a crazy ass game.
Tuscaloosa's super fun.
Yeah,
It's huge too, man. Like the stadium there.
yeah.
Like, I don't know. For his first college football game to go to,
That's
it's
a hell of a one to
That-
go
gonna
to.
blow him away.
Yeah, he's probably gonna be like, I'm gonna go to every football game now. Shit, yeah. But I guess since the last time we've talked on this podcast, like, what have y'all been doing? Like, what have y'all been up to? Like, I guess personally, and then we could go into the brand after we talk about what y'all have been up to, just personally, you know, just catching up and shit like that.
Personally, I guess one of the main things I've been working on is, like I mentioned last night, playing guitar.
Yeah,
That's been something I've really enjoyed recently, and it's just like
like a passion, like
yeah, and like hobby. It started as like a hobby I wanted to learn how to do, and then it turned into like a passion.
Oh, yeah.
And like I literally sometimes like if I haven't played in a few days, I'll like have like an urge to like I gotta pick it up,
Yeah.
strum something, because I got to the point where I could play stuff and it sounds good, because at first it did not sound good.
yeah.
And then so, you know what I mean? You get to create what you like want to hear, whatever
Mm-hmm.
mood you're feeling, you can translate into something.
Yep.
So
Hell yeah.
that's been one of the big
The
things.
big
I've been
things
working
that you've
on.
been,
Yeah.
okay. What about you, Lou?
I've been doing a lot of like photography, and like we were talking last night, shooting like music videos and stuff. I got a camera for Christmas, and I started taking just like pictures at first, and then ended up having a couple homeboys that made music, and I know I was fucking with them at first because I'm not really trying to get no money or anything from it right now. So I was just
Yeah.
like, I'd love to shoot some music videos for y'all. So I've been doing that. And then just working over the summer, making some money before I go back to school in August.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so y'all are both in the school, right? So how's that going? How's school been?
It's school.
It's trucking.
Yeah.
Getting along. I mean, we're making progress.
Yeah.
We're
Getting there.
nicking away at it.
What are y'all both going for again?
I'm going for business and marketing.
I mean,
Same.
same.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many more years do y'all have?
I have 2.
Two.
Yeah, I have to. As
Same.
well. Yeah.
Y'all
Yeah.
roommates?
we
Yes.
are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that bro. So
I get to see this shit at a lot.
every day. I would say, yeah, y'all are pretty much like going through everything together right now,
Right,
building the
literally.
brand and shit like that. And,
Literally.
It helps though living together because like I don't know, like we're always like every day just not even thinking of stuff to like do or like ideas, but we're always like just sitting there chilling, kind of like brainstorming or just like something that comes to mind. Like it's just so much easier for us living together because we can talk about it and whenever we want, like whenever
Yeah.
something comes to our mind.
yeah,
And-
right then and there, and
Yeah.
not have to like have a phone be
Yeah.
like the disconnect and
Right,
everything.
right.
Yeah,
Like send a text, hey, what do you think of this?
Yeah.
Because I also feel like it's harder to put stuff in the text more than like you're sitting there and kind of like talking it out together. Because like, I don't know, sometimes text you can think about it too much and think about like how to make it sound perfect. You feel me?
yeah,
And it's kind of you can't read people's energy and stuff through text as well. You can't see how somebody's definitely like feeling about your idea or what you're bringing to the table.
yeah. I feel that. Okay, I guess going into Floating Toad. What's been the big moves for y'all? What's the projection looking like as of right now, or like since the last time I seen y'all?
Since the last time we created a like more of like specifically content, and we called it the floaters lens. And to kind of explain that is like, like we're the floaters or whatever, floating toad. So we kind of wanted to be able to show our perspective and like how we see the world and like the stuff we're doing day to day, different people we meet, shout out artists, and like make content for them. And so it's like looking through our lens, our perspective, and it also hence camera lens. So it kind of It seemed pretty cool.
Yeah,
And
I
then we
like
drew
that.
up a little design that was dope.
Yeah.
The little Cameron and the reflection of the lens. It's like a toad.
Oh
it.
yeah. Hell yeah.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, I've been seeing like obviously like we follow each other on all like the social medias and stuff, and I was like, oh shit, what is this? And I would like click on it, I'm like, oh, okay, I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to do like a little like lyrical lemonade type shit, you know what I mean? Type shit. Like I was like, okay, I see what they're doing, but no, hell yeah, I've been seeing that. What made y'all want to start getting into music videos? Like how'd that come?
Really kind of just
about?
love for music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we had, like he was saying, we have some buddies that made music. So like, and there's really nobody in Auburn doing stuff like that. I mean, there's
Okay.
some photographers and stuff who do content. Like we're friends with like a YouTuber, and there's this other guy, TJ. He does like a lot of big photography and stuff, but like nobody really does music videos. So we thought it was kind of like an untapped like
Interesting.
market in Auburn. That
Yeah.
we felt like we could kind of hit off.
And it was kind of weird because, like, right when we started doing our music video shit, you, like, made that music video. And,
Yeah.
Like, saw you doing all that stuff with, what's that artist's name?
Sias.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want y'all to like meet all like those homies and shit. Like, cause
Yeah.
I also have another homie named ZD that is kind of doing with like what y'all are trying to do with like Floating Toad and like the aspect of like being like a community and like helping each other out. Like he wants to do that for Austin and be like the like kind of tastemaker of like what's like popping in the city, you know what I mean? Because he's
Yeah.
really gonna be tapped in with what's going on and like so yeah. But we talk about it all the time, bro. Like that's like you kind of have to elevate. If you're wanting to grow your brand, you're gonna have to do things that like you weren't doing before, like. And that's kind of why I always told people like from the get-go, like, oh, like this is more than just a podcast, you know, like I'm wanting it to be like a brand, like a lifestyle brand. That's like more so like what I want like it to be known for. What else has been on y'all's like to-do list as a brand lately?
So when we get back, we're definitely gonna, because we were kind of talking before, we kind of slacked on like designs and clothes this past 6 months because we've been dealing with the music videos and everything. But I think when we get back, especially after this weekend and selling all those hats and then posting them today and people snagging them pretty quick, I think we're finna come and draw up some new stuff and get some new like hats and shirts and stuff out there when we get back to school.
Okay.
Yeah, we got a couple of designs kind of cooked up. One for a T-shirt that we're gonna drop. We have some hats already in that we thought of something to put on them, and then we got like a whole nother like design idea that's gonna be really dope.
Okay.
That kind of that relates to the message we were pushing last night. We can have a little sneak peek,
Yeah.
I guess. We were talking about like don't conceal your mind, and so like that's a big thing we've been kind of trying to hone in and focus on lately. It's just like putting it out there, like who you are as a person, what you kind of believe, I guess, and what you want to push. Like we need to put it out there, and because that makes the world a better place. Like more and more people putting it out there, and so we don't need to conceal it. And so something we were doing last night at the pop-up or the Riser event was we were giving out our patches that like we put on T-shirts and shorts, and we were giving them away for like people that we talk to for them to make their own piece of clothing and send it in, and we'll repost it. So it's not like limited to our shorts and shirts and stuff. Like if you want to throw it on a jean jacket, backpack, we're not concealing our brand. Like we want you to make something with it.
Hell
Maybe
yeah.
that'll spark something for you to start creating too.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Another big picture thing we kind of want to do is like eventually when we do have a storefront, we want it to be kind of customizable. Like there's a part of it where we do sell our clothes, but then we also want to have something where you can come in, grab a blank T-shirt or grab one off the rack and then go to the back and like screen print something on it. Or I want some random embroidery right here up the sleeve. Like we'll be able to kind of do it on site and customize it yourself. So you just walked out with a one-of-one piece that nobody else has.
Right.
You know what
I
I
like
mean?
that.
And you were able to make it and build it yourself.
Yeah, do it. Yeah, that's fire. When y'all want to start getting into that? Like, was that always something or?
Probably when you started painting those pants and we started thinking of like one-of-one stuff.
Yeah, just wanting to focus on like kind of setting us apart because just I don't know, just stuff that maybe other people wouldn't think of, stuff that we like, And one big thing I've heard recently is like find what you like and why you like it. And so like I've just been trying to hone in on that. So just designs or really that font I really liked for those pants. And so I was like, I'm gonna go with it. And it just kind of came about. So I really didn't even know I could paint.
Really?
Like we were talking about, like I didn't know I could paint, and I just screwed around, sketched it out, and it ended up looking pretty dope. I feel like.
No, yeah, I fuck with it, bro. Like, and I commented on one of y'all's story, and I was like, oh yeah, I think it was
Yeah,
both of y'all.
yeah.
Honestly, I was like, bro, yeah, I need a pair of those, and like,
I've been looking for your size.
Yeah.
but we've been to a few thrift shops and just haven't found too much.
yeah,
We're gonna hit some up here before we go back, because I feel like there's gonna be some more options maybe up here.
Facts.
Doesn't whatchamacallit live in Texas?
The single stitch for your itch, the Tommy for your
Tommy
mommy.
for your mommy.
What's his name? I don't
Who's
know.
that?
He lives in Houston, I think. God,
Oh,
I don't
dude,
know, but he
he's
goes
so
thrift
funny.
thrift shopping, and if he finds some like Tommy Hilfiger, he'll be like, "Oh, we got some Tommy for your mommy." It is.
I like that.
It is a little, but he finds straight fire, and then
Yeah.
he has like a little
Crazy.
online store.
Yeah.
and he sells out.
That's fucking crazy.
It's hilarious.
Dude, talking about stuff in Austin, I can't
up?
believe y'all didn't know, like, and y'all haven't been to, like, Joe Rogan or, like, Kill Tony yet, dude.
Bro, okay, yeah. So let's talk about that, because that is kind of crazy that like.
Like, we would, like, if we were living in Austin, like, we would be there. Like,
I would have bought tickets 3 weeks out or something, because we looked, and like for the next 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks, they were all sold out.
Really?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. Maybe it's because like we're not tapped in with like comedy culture.
'Cause
and
I
shit.
really didn't know about it until I started listening to comedy.
Yeah,
And
like-
somebody mentioned it, and so I was like, let me go check it out.
Yeah, but no, I mean I know that is what Austin's kind of known for right now. I mean Rogan's here, and a lot of like comedians are moving here. It's like where they're kind of getting their buzz started, because it's like where the community is. But
Yeah.
no, yeah, we had no idea, because that is like a fairly new thing too.
Yeah.
Like I would say within the past probably like 4 or 5 years, I think that's when it kind of has started becoming that. But no, it is kind of crazy. But
Y'all gotta go, like, and if y'all go, y'all gotta send us pictures. 'Cause
Yeah.
we want to go so bad.
okay, yeah. They just have like people pulling up randomly. Like
Yeah,
it's
you
not
can
like
put your. You can go.
I was just about to say it's not like a set person there. It's like
You put your name. I don't know how you go about
This
signing
is
up.
Kill Tony, not Joe's. This is just Kill
Yeah.
Tony.
oh, okay.
So Kill Tony, like you sign up somehow, and they throw a bunch of people's names into a bucket. Like the last one we just watched, it was like 200 and something names in there. And they just switch it around, pull out a name, and they come up and they got like a minute. They can spit like a little bit, and then they sit there and either congratulate them on doing good or they'll roast them.
Dog you. Like, there was this dude last night we were watching one.
It was
They pulled his name out, and then something happened, so they had to put it back in. And then he pulled the same exact name out. And he was like, I guess it's meant to be. The dude came up there and fucking bombed. Like, it was so ass.
and
And
he was like, I've been doing stand up for 6 years, and they're like,
they were like, oh,
took
shit.
6 years
that
to
shit,
get here.
yeah, that might not be your new
Yeah,
career, right?
Yeah, and then this other dude came out right behind him and like killed it. And he was like, "How long have you been doing stand up?" And he was like, 4 years. And they're like, "This is where somebody that's been doing stand up for 4 years should be."
Oh my god, that's crazy.
I feel bad for the person.
They post all like their video or like all their shows like on YouTube and shit too.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah,
It's
it's
just like
crazy.
an
They-
hour and a half long of just like people coming up all night. And
interesting.
and it's cool because they started doing regulars and stuff.
Yeah, like people that hit it off, like they'll invite them back.
And then they'll do clips, and whoever's blowing up on the internet, like the latest one I think is Cam Patterson.
Talking about the dude that likes rocks.
Yeah, he's got rocks and stuff. But he's been blowing up, and like it's cool because they said like they get connections, get like a crowd watching them, like a little fan base from Kill Tony, and then they can start like headlining shows, so they grow up while being.
So
on
this
the
is
show.
like people or like a comedian's like big break.
yeah,
And stuff.
yeah.
literally.
Damn.
Like you either go on there and bomb and like you get dogged, or like you go on there and you're like, oh, they're like, oh, this motherfucker's
Pretty
good.
good,
Like, we're
yeah.
gonna-
And they'll
we're
be
gonna
like,
come
check
back.
them out.
Like I would like watch him if you came
Yeah.
over here. Shit.
And it's funny, they've been talking about it recently. He said, or Tony was saying how like yeah, we're gonna exaggerate it like a WWE story or something.
Yeah.
Because there's this like main regular on there, Hans Kim. It's this Asian guy, and they make him fight like every week, and like come back and do a bit to like fight for his regular spot. And so it like he talks about how stressed out he is every week to come do a new bit. But they like don't care. They just make him come
You gotta
back.
do it. Like it's in your
That's funny.
contract.
Because last time they were talking about he couldn't come because flights were canceled, and then he literally like Tony looked up flights from New Jersey, and there was like a whole list of them. Took a screenshot, sent it to him, and he was like, "That's not actually how it is out here." And he was like, "Hans, you've been flying for maybe 2 or 3 years, and you expect to be like an expert in flying or something." He was like, "I see flights."
What's going on, you guys? Thanks for watching PCT. It's got a little ad break coming for you guys. Sorry about that, but it don't matter. Today we're staying hydrated with Liquid IV. I've been using it after workouts, before workouts recently. It's a great alternative to regular hydration as it's essentially flavored, and it's very good for your hydration, man. You get essentially 2 times the amount that it would just be if it was regular water alone. It's a category-winning hydration brand, fueling your well-being, and it's a hydration multiplier in one product that I think you're missing in your daily routine. In one stick, you get 5 essential vitamins and 2 times faster the hydration than water alone. If you use it first thing before a workout, or when you feel run down, or after a long night, or after a long flight. And it's festival season. Planning for faster, efficient hydration is essential, especially for summer. Liquid IV has you covered while you prep before, power through the headliner, and then recover for the weekend. Liquid IV also hydrates 2 times faster than water alone and 3 times the electrolytes of additional sports drinks. I love Liquid IV's flavors that they have. I think they have 12 different flavors that you can choose from. I know they got new sea berry out and strawberry lemonade. And then I feel like for me, I like strawberry lemonade because I know I love me some strawberry lemonade. So to put that in some water, get some more hydration from it, I mean, who wouldn't want that? They also have Concord grape, lemon lime, pina colada, tropical punch, watermelon, strawberry, passion fruit, and then acai berries. So I think those are some good flavors, definitely for you guys to check it out if you want. Like I was saying earlier before, 1 stick of Liquid IV and 16 ounces of water hydrates you 2 times faster and more efficiently than water alone. There's 12 delicious, refreshing flavors that keep you hydrated before anything you're doing. And they contain 5 essential vitamins, B3, B5, B6, B12, and vitamin C, with 3 times the electrolytes of traditional sports drinks. It's made with premium ingredients, so it's made with the tip-top stuff that they got. And Liquid IV honestly believes that the equitable access to clean and abundant water is the foundation for a healthier world, and I agree. So, I mean, yeah, I just feel like Liquid IV is a perfect product for you guys if you're looking for good hydration. Definitely check them out. Liquid IV has donated over 30 million different servings to 50-plus different countries around the world, so I feel like they're definitely getting their brand out there. If you guys want to check out liquidiv.com and use our code PCD, definitely use that. I think you get 20% off the entire store. So definitely check that out. It's at liquidiv.com. We'll put it in the description, and then it's code PCT. That's 20% off anything you order. So definitely go check that out. And just get better hydration, man. Of course, we all love water. Who doesn't love water? So if you're going to have water, why not make it flavored a little bit? Get 2 times the hydration for it in 16 ounces. So definitely go check Liquid IV out, man. 3-man.
Yeah, I started getting into it recently.
Yeah.
I'm probably about to start. I guess we can kind of talk about it. But back in Auburn, there's this place called Cage Fit, and I'm about to start doing, like, they got BJJ, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and then they got boxing, Muay Thai, wrestling classes.
Oh, shit.
And, like, you can pay a little membership and go to all of them.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start doing that. Because I used to wrestle, so
Really?
I love, like,
Yeah.
kind of combat, stuff like that.
I tried to do that. I went to fucking the Cage Fit with him one day, and I have arthritis. And I went there, and like when I'm telling you my knee, like, cause I've always been around wrestlers, like him and like 3 of my like best friends were wrestlers in high school, so I was always around the scene, and I'd seen how much like they had learned from it and like life lessons they had learned from like wrestling and how to go about life. So I was like, I'd love to do that. I went one time. Fucking did it. Got my ass whooped by a girl. Dead ass. Like she had me like in a chokehold. Like
How'd
on
that
the
make you?
ground.
How'd you feel about that?
I was not happy.
Yeah.
I was
How
not
did
because
that
she was
make
about
you
my
feel?
size.
How'd that make you feel?
How'd that make you feel, man?
Like you weren't a man or something?
Pissed off.
Like you were like helpless?
And then she was like, "No, it's all right." Like, get on.
Like don't be upset.
It's okay. You're learning. Like, get on.
I did make one or two people tap in there. That was very cool to me.
Really?
He made me tap.
Because I would wrestle until I saw that neck and I would
You just-
choke hold. That's all I knew.
Yeah. Fair enough.
It was super fun though. I'm definitely gonna.
That shit takes skill, bro. Like, no doubt about it. And like saying I had arthritis, bro. I came back, my knees were so swollen the next day. Like I was like, I can't do that again.
Yeah.
Like it's fun and like I enjoy it, but
Yeah.
like,
Can't.
not for me.
Yeah.
Not for me.
It was crazy because we got in there and like I was like nervous because I didn't know how I was gonna go, and then we were warming up and it was the same exact wrestling warm up we used to do.
Dude,
Yeah.
you've been
School.
wrestling like 2 years since
Yeah.
then.
And so I got in there and we literally were doing the same stuff. They just had a different name, but it was the same exact movements.
Yeah.
So it was cool.
Yeah. Like you're already kind of like used to it.
Yeah, I
type
like
shit.
knew what to do kind of.
Y'all have shot a UFC. You said y'all have not a UFC, but an MMA dude y'all been shooting recently, right?
Yeah, so we're like low key in like a sponsorship, I guess, like a partnership
Yeah.
type of deal. Like we're just helping out Black Widow MMA. Shout out to Coach Betsabe. She like is like right down the road, and we shot a Texas Clash promotion. It's like a little like promotion fighting thing. Black Widow's like a part of it, and they had a fight that Isaiah and Alex went to. I forgot what city it was in, but that was like last year in October. And then we went to one that was like a couple months ago. And it was like a title fight for the dude that we just interviewed like not too long ago, Johnny.
He won it, didn't he?
Yeah, he won it. So
about to defend, didn't he?
it's a title defense. His fight's on the 19th out, like I was telling y'all yesterday. But you know, we're kind of like a little partnership. You know, like we're just kind of wanting to get more content for us, and then also help promote them and their fighters and stuff like that, because that's just a relationship that happened organically. Like, I think when I was kind of talking to you about it yesterday, Lou, like I kind of like go with the flow with a lot of things. I don't really like to like force like what like my brand and stuff onto you. Like obviously I know that's what you have to do to get opportunities, but like I don't know, I'm not like that.
Yeah.
So and that was kind of how it was with Black Widow. Like Isaiah had one of his friends that he went to high school with at that gym, and that's how we got connected, and we just been trying to build that relationship up. But no, yeah, it's super dope. Like we just went there earlier this week and recorded like a promo for like the fight, and just him like sparring and stuff like that. Like shit, like just trying to do other things, like be a media company, not more so like just a podcast, because I think that was kind of what we were last time we were talking, just because we were just getting like the footing for everything, but like now it's more of like we're just doing what we like, because that's essentially what I wanted to do from the beginning. It's just hard, and it's like it's hard for people to justify doing that at the beginning, because you can't really grow that much doing that.
There's not something I guess people could get behind.
Yeah,
it kind of gets confusing if you're doing, especially at first.
Yeah, just because they're like, oh, like what do y'all do?
Yeah,
like y'all aren't known for anything yet. So, but I think that's what I was telling you. Like, our PCT is more so just like us as like individuals that are like together as a group, I guess. So it's like if you fuck with us, then you'll fuck with what we're doing. So, and then of course it's just doing the things that you have to do, like posting shorts and posting reels and behind the scenes stuff, like vlogs that y'all have been doing, like stuff like that. Like it builds like character, and it like gives people a reason to back you,
and you can connect with them.
Yeah,
too.
like personality and stuff.
Well, and what you were saying about like how you wanted to, or it was kind of like a organic and natural like friendship that y'all came about. Also, like you saying you didn't want to force it on them. That's kind of how like relationships like that are built. Like
Yeah.
you meet them and like they might kind of know like what you're doing, but like as long as they fuck with you as a person before, you can get their intentions and what they're trying to do with their like brand or like your Park Car Talks. When you genuinely make a connection with them first and learn about them, and then they're gonna want to support you because of the person you are and how you come about it towards them and stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like those are some of the most like beautiful relationships, ones that you don't have to force, you kind of attract.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like I was talking to somebody last night at the networking event, and we were talking about like you can't learn about someone else before you learn about yourself. You know what I mean? So if you don't know about yourself, how are you going to learn about someone else?
Yeah, like what do you stand on? And
Yeah, and so like I feel like when you find yourself and what you truly like enjoy, it attracts other people similar to that. And so when you can truly connect to people, I mean, kind of like how we are.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It like naturally we kind of
Just
just
happened,
gravitated towards
yeah.
each other and like fucked with each other. So I feel like those are some of like the strongest and like longest lasting relationships. And also talking about the kind of partnership y'all are doing, that's something really cool, like as you're growing too, because I don't know, there's no like evil intention kind of from either side. Like as you grow, we grow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like a mutual relationship, not like one person's growing and the other person's not getting anything.
That's the thing that like we're having to think about now. You know, like obviously we were wanting to record things and like create content and stuff, but it has to be beneficial for us as well. Like we're just not gonna do stuff and like do it for free essentially. You know, like it's not about the money, but it's also like we could be doing other things to help build our brand right now. Like that's kind of what we're having to balance, you know, like. And it's cool that we're even at that point. I don't know if I told y'all, but we're actually not sponsored, but we have like a code with Liquid IV.
No way.
Yeah,
I drink them.
drinks-
I drink
You drink
those
those?
religiously.
bro. Use code PCT at checkout for 20% off.
he
No,
will.
like I'm about to go home and fucking
Dead
buy that.
ass, bro.
Dude, those save me at work, bro.
Bet, yeah.
And the
Use
heat.
code PCT, bro. Facts. He's up on to write it. No, facts. But so yeah,
They're
it's
kinda
it's stuff
expensive.
like that, you know, like we're trying to I think I was talking to y'all about it yesterday, just trying to monetize now. Like,
Yeah.
you know, obviously it's not all about the money, and I don't want to make it seem like that's what it is, but like you have to realize that like we're dedicating a lot of time to this as well. So it needs to be something that we can see like, oh, we're getting something coming back into it. Like this work I'm actually putting in is like making a difference. And like it is, you know what I mean? Like you said, I think it's more personal growth since the last time I saw y'all that like I've been through, and just as a brand, like I think a lot of my homies have like stepped up and helped me out a lot. Like, and I don't know if like the last time I saw if it was like that at the time. Like I know like whenever y'all came last time, I was the only one here, so I set up everything and I edited that one. Kind of like how today, but like I kind of know what I'm doing now.
Yeah,
like I've been doing it for like a year now, and I have a other podcast that I shoot with my homie that does like A-Town Down and stuff. It's like a basketball pod. So like I kind of know how to set stuff up. So it's easier now, but it's just like at the time I was still trying to figure out all that, and doing it by yourself is tough, you know, especially when you're so used to having a team to help. But it's dope like seeing how far y'all have come, you know what I mean? Like
Appreciate
Y'all
that.
too. Y'all came a long way since the last time we saw y'all too.
yeah, facts. I think it's just more like a little more professional now, you know.
No,
you
literally.
have that, you know, you don't have to
Yeah.
hold your mic and
Yeah.
trying to make it like, and we have like a nicer like mixer and stuff. Like, no, yeah, man, I think we're really trying to do this shit. I think
Yeah,
like
for
and
real.
then like same as y'all, you know, like I notice everything that y'all are trying to do, and it's dope to see that like, oh yeah, y'all are still grinding, you know. Y'all came back to Austin, you know, so that says a lot.
Yeah,
like
we made it back.
yeah, and it's like you said, a little less than a year now. So crazy to think, but that time flew, bro, for real.
Yeah, and it really seemed like no time since the last time we were here. But like the amount that we have both grown since the last time we've seen each other is honestly kind of insane.
Yeah.
Like And like just how we're doing it right now, we're so much more confident in what we're doing, and like we know what we're doing.
Yeah.
now.
That last event in October was really like eye opening because I wouldn't say it was all over the place, but like, you know what I mean? Like, we weren't firm with where we wanted to go exactly, like refining it and like being very specific with what we want out of it. And then when we left last time, it just kind of put it into like perspective that like what we want is obtainable. Because like we literally did come out to like halfway across the country to people we've never met. We knew just Matt, kind of met Zach through the phone.
Yeah.
Or I didn't know Matt. He knew Matt. Met him at his sister's wedding.
I'd met Matt once before we came out here.
That's
and so,
crazy.
Like, we showed up not having any idea of like what to expect and got showered with love
Yeah.
from literally everybody.
That shit's
And
fire,
so-
bro.
I don't know. We got back home and we were just like ready to go. We also, I don't know. It was cool seeing other people. Like I felt like they were, maybe not necessarily like ahead of us, but they probably were. But like it, kind of like people to not model, but like you know what I mean. Get inspiration from like
Yeah.
how they carry themselves as a business owner.
Yeah.
Right.
Like how confident they really are in their product.
You have to be, bro. Like, why you have to give people a reason to want to like fuck with you, your brand, and you as well.
Yeah,
like,
because if you're not confident with it, then
who's going to be
yeah.
like at the end of the day. But that's crazy, man. I guess like what has been like some of the hardships that y'all been going through since last time y'all were here?
I don't know. It for a minute there, we were kind of like wondering what we were gonna do with like our next clothes, and we're kind of still like on that. We've come up with designs and stuff to do in the future, but like when we left last time, we were just kind of figuring out like what's the next thing to like elevate like our clothing and what we want to do, and hopefully we'll start our podcast here soon, maybe when we get back up to Auburn, because that's a lot of where like our people are at, like the people we do music videos and stuff with. And that's who we want to have like on our podcast. We want to
Yeah,
kind of give like
makes sense.
a platform for them to come and like spread their knowledge about what they're doing, along with us like talking to them and telling them like what we're doing and how we're trying to grow as well.
Yep.
And kind of just like put people on that are listening to.
Facts. Yeah. Like I said, it seems like y'all are like the tastemakers of Auburn, you know, like low key, like
Yeah.
That's
it's
what we're
just
trying to
building.
be,
yeah, like, or like that. Yeah, that's what y'all are trying to become, you know. So yeah, I think a podcast would be great, especially if y'all are, you know, y'all know a lot of artists that you know you're helping or you just know personally, like
Yeah.
kind of give them a platform to talk, because I think that's what a lot of like that like community is missing. You
Yeah.
know, no one's out there to kind of like give them some like platform to speak about who they are.
we really want to. That was a one huge thing that we gained from that last event with Riser, and just like kind of a community
Yeah.
that was built. And it was also really cool because like Austin's obviously way bigger than like Auburn, and to be able to build a community in such a big place, like why wouldn't we be able to build one in Auburn? You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And also with the podcast, we want to be able to like go to businesses, like different like little restaurants, and be able to maybe even set up in their place, let everybody see what the restaurant looks like.
That
And
would
that'd
be
be
fire.
cool, like change a venue and change
Yup.
a scenery,
Yep.
and just be able to shout everybody out and literally just be like the tastemakers and
Facts.
what's good in Auburn. Like if I come to Auburn, what am I gonna
Where?
do?
Yeah. What am I doing? Yeah. Because
Tune into the Float and Toad podcast and you can find out.
Well, and I've also learned like with colleges and like them marketing their athletes,
Yeah.
like they pick like these one or two athletes from like every team and like start like a little segment with them. But like we know a bunch of athletes that are on the team that don't have a platform to like spread what they're doing. Like they usually pick like the stars or like the better players
Yeah.
to market for them and or market for the school and then the players as well. But we know so many other players that are on like the basketball team at Auburn and the football team at Auburn that aren't getting the platform from Auburn or so to spread what they want to do. Like maybe they even want to start their own brand.
Facts.
Like maybe they want to start a clothing brand and they
Yeah.
come on here and they have an idea and maybe we can help
Help
them out
out.
with that as well. Like
Yeah.
point them in the right direction with like wholesale stores and hats and stuff. And
Yeah.
embroidery
Embroidery,
stuff
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, going into that, because I feel like that's something, maybe we did talk about it before, but I mean, 8 months have passed. So, y'all's like, getting the products. Obviously, I have the new shirt on. You know, it's fire. I like.
sure.
Right when I put it on, I was like, oh yeah, this is nice.
They feel nice.
Yeah, and
Those
I'll
are very good quality.
yeah. So and you know, we're trying to get into merch too. So I think I'm more like how you say, like more aware of like quality and like
Fabrics.
fabrics and stuff, trying to like, oh, like I want a shirt like this, so
Fits like this. Like,
yeah,
it's
like
crazy because once you get into it, like the hang of the shoulder is so much. The
Different.
thickness of the collar,
like if the collar is like kind of
tight.
tight,
Like, is it?
yeah,
Are you in a choke
choke,
hold
yeah,
right now? Like,
or like if you like a loose, like yeah. So how do y'all go about deciding that? Like, is that a team? Like everyone like kind of sit down, like we have all these types of shirts and these type of fabrics, or
Really, it's come from trial and error so far. Like,
really?
The first time, like, our first drop was like comfort color shirts or comfort fit or
comfort color.
comfort color. So it was like
That was the
like,
one.
That was like the tie dye ones, like
Oh,
our
yes.
very first one, like
Okay,
2
yes.
years ago.
Yeah.
And like those are good quality. Like you can get good shirts out of those.
Yeah.
And then we went to Superline, and like there were some shirts that were like nicer quality, and then there were some that weren't. And we ordered kind of like both of them, and we put stuff out with both of the shirts. Like we didn't really like one of the lighter fit ones.
Yeah, and it was, and like that's when we started like realizing like it is a huge difference in fabrics and
Quality
quality, like very much so, and just being consistent. Like, I mean, you don't want to put out like a shirt that maybe isn't as high quality, and then like you have a mixer or array, because we would like get an order of like nice quality, and then we were getting these other ones that they were nice quality, but it was just like a thinner shirt, thinner collar, just not how we wanted the fit of the shirt to be.
Yeah.
So then we started honing in and being specific, and that's never like a bad, because at first I didn't want to like step on toes and be super specific and tell people, like, you got to tell people what you want, especially the manufacturers, because I mean they want to make, most of the time if it's a good manufacturer, they want to get you what you want. You know what I mean? So if you want to, like, if you have an idea, like, express that. But yeah, it's shout outs to Superline Wholesale. They're out of Atlanta.
Really?
They ship like nationwide, so y'all can check out them if you wanted to, if y'all are looking into like apparel stuff, because their website's pretty good, and they have like
Everything.
a good bit of stuff. They even,
Hats, shorts, like
jeans.
stack pants.
that's where we get
jeans,
all of our
everything.
hats for sure. Their hats are fire.
Yeah.
They got a bunch of different hats. They got bucket hats, sun hats.
Yeah.
They got crazy t-shirts now. The shorts are fire, and then like there were some really cool pants last winter that we didn't snag because we snagged some hoodies. That's another design that's going to be coming up when it gets a little colder. We have some it's like that,
hoodies. Some
like that
fire
boyfriend,
hoodies coming.
that boyfriend hoodie type thing with the big hood.
Oh yeah.
That type of style.
Oh, that
Yeah.
shit that Kanye kind of dropped.
Yup,
Yeah,
yup.
yeah, the big
So
hood
we got
shit.
a little sneak peek. We got brown and cream ones of those.
Okay.
The brown one, because I bought one and I just wear it as like a plain brown hoodie.
Yeah.
It is the most comfortable hoodie I've ever worn.
And like some of like the behind the scenes and like how you were saying we're kind of a little struggling with like what we were gonna put out for a while. Like we have like 200 of those hoodies sitting at our house right now that we were
Really?
gonna drop something for like during the wintertime. But it just stuff didn't
Like timing and
line
stuff.
up,
And
like,
then it would have been too late, kinda.
it was
like
already getting warmer and
so we just kind of waited too long. But I mean, that's stuff that like we learn, like trial and error, like we were talking about. Like you got to hop on it, like, because if you do procrastinate, then time will sneak up on you.
Yeah. Especially when it comes to like merch and shit.
And
like
and building it up.
yeah.
you have to know what you're gonna do. Like I would completely recommend it. Anybody starting some shit like that, know what you're gonna put on the shit before you order it. Because if you don't have everything finalized and like you like don't know what's gonna go on it before, don't order the like fabrics and stuff.
Yeah.
100%.
Cause yeah, we kind of did that, and then we were bouncing between idea after idea, and then we just couldn't settle on one. So that's what kind of held that up. Yeah, that's like that would be like a hardship we faced. Those hoodies.
Yeah,
that was
for
a learning experience
Yeah.
for sure.
Like
People were coming up to us last night and they were like, "So what's floating toad mean?" And then I told them, and they were like, "Yeah, I figured that. I just wanted to hear you say it and see what you had to say about it." Like dead ass. Like, they wanted to hear like what our view on it was and like what we were pushing.
yeah.
Yeah, that the MC The girl that was the MC last night, what was her name? Wow, Lou, I thought you liked her.
Starts with the K, I know that.
Yeah, fair. Yo, I don't know.
But yeah, she was talking about, like you were saying, Austin, and like, cause she moved out here for like a fresh start kind of thing like that. And she
Really?
said she was with somebody, like a guy or something, and he moved off. But she was like, I stayed. And she was like, it's literally the best thing that's ever happened to me. And she was like, I've met amazing people. People keep coming out here. And it's just really like, especially for younger like entrepreneurs and stuff, it's like a promising place.
Yeah, that's why I think like our time is gonna be coming. You know, like we're putting in the work, bro. Like
It's really like perfect timing.
Yeah.
Like shit happens for a reason. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And that's why that kind of hit with me when you said like you don't like to force stuff, because I'm the same exact way.
really.
And I feel like if you're doing what you should be, and you know what you should be doing with your life, so like if you're doing what you should be and you're going the right direction, I feel like it rewards you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For hard work.
Yeah.
So like you'll be presented with opportunities, and I say it a good bit, but Joey Badass said it. But when when preparation meets opportunity, there's going to be a dead nation. Or when opportunity meets preparation, there's going to be a dead nation. So like if you prepare, an opportunity will arise, and if you're prepared, you can take it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you can.
Well, and I also think, like he was saying, shit happens for a reason. Like, I don't think we would be in the situation that we're in right now if, like, COVID and everything didn't happen as well.
Really.
Yeah, like, I don't know, our first year of college was absolute shit. Like, it was, like, mid-COVID.
It was COVID? That was y'all's
like
first year?
2020.
COVID, like all online,
Damn.
for real. So we were sitting in the apartment, and then like stuff would be locked down.
We couldn't go out to eat anywhere.
So like socializing and stuff was like at a minimum and
Sheesh.
stuff like that.
I'm gonna
Y'all weren't still getting active.
Oh, we would a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
I was
we
say
go out to the bars.
I
and
mean,
shit.
yeah.
But it
I
would be a little
was.
bit. It was a tad bit later in the school year,
Yeah.
because like at first it was a little like.
Because they opened it up, like, the second semester, like, we were able to go, like, to half the classes, like, on campus. But most of them, everybody was still, like, doing online stuff.
And then it was like, because when was it? March? When everything closed down? For real? Because we were like March of senior year, and they're like, yeah, y'all don't have to go back to class. And if you have like a B standing or a passing grade, you graduated. So
that
like
really
last few months, like there was no prom, like
Damn.
graduation. We barely had a graduation. Like some schools, like 3 parents could come or 3 guests, and like you went one at a time and you take pictures and then go. Like there was no audience. You didn't go with your classmates. It was like groups of 5 or 10.
Damn.
But we did get to have like a big graduation. And there was like a bunch of cameras in there and stuff. And I was class president, so I had to give a speech.
Oh shit.
I was nervous as shit, dude. And there was like cameras, lights. I felt like I was on like the news. I was like, bro, what is going on?
Your daily weather forecast.
Yeah.
I walked up to the wrong stand.
Oh,
Like,
No way.
Dude,
I was so far away, I couldn't tell.
dude, because
I'd, like, sit outside of the stadium and watch him graduate.
yeah, because we didn't have tickets. You can only bring 4
Yeah.
people.
What?
So, like,
So,
I was
like-
on the back of a truck, like, Trico! Like, him walking across the stage.
Because it was my mom, my dad, my brother, and then a girlfriend I had at the time that went with me. And like, oh, we did like a rehearsal talking
He
about
gave
going
his
to
girlfriend the ticket over me. I was pissed.
Oh man.
I'm sorry. man.
No, I'm just
But
kidding.
so, like, we went over a rehearsal, and they're like, "We're gonna put your speeches," because I had it like on a paper, and they're like, "We're gonna put it under the stand for you to go." And so the valedictorian had a purple binder with his speech in it, and I remembered it vividly. And so, like, we didn't even get to rehearse our speech. They're like, "You're gonna say it over the mic. You'll get to hear yourself." No, none of that. And, like, I didn't even get to rehearse it up there
Really?
at all. When we did the
Sorry,
run
go
through
up there and
that morning, we were supposed to talk on the mic and hear ourselves and get used to it. No, I didn't even go up to the mic and say, "Hey."
Did the valedictorian get to that?
So like the first word I said was like, I said I apologize or something, and everybody started laughing because I walked to the left podium and they're like, psst, psst, like the superintendent's behind me, the principal, and they're like, other podium, and so I'm like, so I walk over, my speech is like on the bottom. And then I was the first speech. I was like, this is great preparation, man. And I pull it on the thing, and I'm like, I apologize or something like that, dude. And everybody started
a laugh,
like
yeah.
laughing. So I was like, all right, cool. but I was still like super nervous.
That is dude. I don't
And
think
but like
that
you don't see that like, and that's what's weird about like talking about like behind the scenes stuff
Yeah.
that people don't see. Some people probably just thought I walked up and just gave the speech, sat back down, but in my head, dude, I'm freaking out.
That was probably one of the most Trent Trico moments. Like he was just like, I apologize. Like that's that. Like I was just like, that is Trent right there.
Oh, dude.
But yeah, it was. I don't know. That was a cool experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Weird.
sure.
So you were saying if COVID didn't happen, you don't think
yeah.
y'all would ever be in this position?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't think the couple of what would you say? Couple of actions or moments that happened during COVID would have happened and would have gotten us to like where we are. Cause like coming up with the brand, kind of almost like us being concealed in our house and like realizing like, wait, we need to do something more wouldn't have come if we weren't like stuck in our house because of COVID and sitting there doing classes online
Yeah.
for 7 hours a day, sitting in our apartment in a new city that we just moved to, thinking we're gonna have all the freedom in the world because we just moved off to college. Our parents aren't here. We can do whatever we want, and then we're stuck in our house doing school and just with the homies.
And we did have some freedom, so we were like, what are we gonna do with that?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
And that was a weird thing. It's like we have freedom now because we moved out, but we don't at the same time. It was like
Yeah.
we were constricted to what we could do, but we were also let out into the real world right when we were other
Able
peop-
to like,
Yeah.
yeah, do damn.
Yeah.
And then like
That
I don't know,
fucking blows.
there was some
Yeah.
other stuff that kind of happened. Like I don't know, we had like a big friend group in high school, and like different stuff happened, so we like didn't really hang around the same people anymore. And for a while, it was just me and Lou. Like, you know what I mean? Like we had a bunch of like I thought was gonna be lifelong friends, and then it kind of like separated. I mean, we just like kind of went different paths, and so like
and we're still friends with those people, but it's just like
we don't hang out every day.
Yeah.
'Cause, I mean, just kind of like interests are like different.
Yeah.
Like kind of varied. Like stuff they were interested in really wasn't. Like we wanted to create a brand. We wanted
Yeah.
to get out there and grind and like go meet people and stuff like that. And I remember like used to like I watched The Secret on Netflix, and it's about like manifestation and the law of attraction and stuff like that. And so that was kind of like the first time I really heard about that. And so like I was like learning about stuff like that and like wanting more. And like I was
Yeah.
preaching this on our like senior beach trip. I remember it vividly. I did have a few drinks,
people
but
thought he was
I wasn't that
crazy.
drunk. And they were just like,
I knew exactly what he was fucking saying the whole time, and people were looking at him like he was crazy.
and they were just like, yeah,
Yeah.
Trico's trying to be motivational. And like, I'm like, dude, I'm not being motivational. Like, this is real life shit. Like, if
I'm like, motherfucker, I'm motivational.
Yeah.
Trico's motivational.
Yeah, goddamn right.
but it was just like, if you want something, go get it.
Yeah.
And like,
No
and
bullshit.
if you really truly want something and you put yourself there, like you will attract stuff. Like we were just talking earlier, like you put yourself in that situation and know what you want, you will attract other stuff. And I was saying stuff like that, and like they're just like, yeah, Trent's motivational. And I was just like, it took a few times, and then I was just like, I learned that like not to waste breath. Certain people like I will talk to everybody, but
Yeah.
if I realize it's going in one ear out the other, or they're not interested, then I'm gonna save it.
Yeah.
You know, go where you're celebrated, not tolerated.
Yeah.
Yeah,
type of
facts.
thing.
for sure. Yeah.
So I guess what is y'all's goal for the next year? Or
Definitely,
by the end of this year, going into next year, like what y'all's?
definitely having like events and pop-ups and stuff in Auburn,
Okay.
so we can go ahead and get that like community building, because we already got a bunch of people. We just all have to come together in one area at one time. You know what I mean, and start getting that going and making it kind of like a regular thing, maybe monthly or every 2 months.
Yeah.
That really podcast is going to be rolling, especially when we get back to Auburn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, man. I just.
Designs are going to be pumping.
Yeah. I'd just say stay tuned. We've really hit a little spark in what we're doing right now. So I know we've been going for a while. I'd say that to everybody that's like looking out for our clothes and everything. I know we've kind of been distant for about 6 months, not dropping anything.
But that doesn't mean we haven't been working.
True.
We've been
I'm gonna
working
tell
a
you that
lot.
too.
And like we were talking earlier, like the music videos have taken up the past 6 months. Like music videos
Yeah.
and photography have taken up the last 6 months of our lives.
For sure.
Like that's what we're focused on. And I'm not gonna say who the artist is right now, but like we're even working on a documentary with somebody right now for their album they're about to drop.
Yeah.
Like it might not look. And I was seeing something on social media like the shit you put out, like people can take it way farther than it is.
Almost.
So like we've been working for the past 6 months trying to build some other stuff to go along kind of like with what we're doing with Floating Toad as well.
Yeah.
So I just say stay patient. We're coming at it hard. We got a lot of stuff built up that we're excited.
Also, with the clothes, we kind of got to a point also where like we know what we want to put out, and we know the quality and like
we don't want to bullshit out.
Yeah, like we know the level we want to like be at with our clothes, so we didn't want to just like push something out. You know what I mean? Also, we want it to be like
Quality.
and kind of impactful because we want to like we do want to make a change.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I mean, you may not believe everything we believe, but like we believe in there's good people that can make places better. You know what I mean? Through community, through gathering. If you get a bunch of like-minded people shooting towards kind of the same thing, then a lot of change can be done.
Facts.
For sure.
Love to see it. Well, you already know that whenever you come to Austin or even shit, if we pull up on y'all, you know, it's always love, and you know the boys are always gonna be supporting y'all. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all for pulling up. Was there any last questions you have for me or any words of wisdom you like to say to the audience?
All right, so for you, and then I have some words, or not wisdoms, but some shameless plugs after this.
All right.
But what's Park Card Talks and like Opinionated got going for the next couple months? What's y'all's big plans?
So, we're actually about to be moving out at the end of the year.
Okay.
So that's like a kind of a big deal for everybody because this is where we shoot everything. Like this is HQ. This is like the studio. Everyone pulls up here. So we're all gonna be like in separate houses and stuff. So we're gonna have to like figure out like we're actually wanting to get a studio and
Right.
like how y'all were talking about y'all want to do yesterday, like that type of vibe. But like for the next couple months, like finishing off the summer, going into the fall and stuff, like, man, I'm just kind of like going with the flow, like building connections with like the people that I genuinely like fuck with, you know.
Right.
Black Widow, like I said, we're trying to hopefully get something going with them and maybe be like making like their like little hype videos for them or just like stuff like that, you know. But we usually do one podcast a month, like a recap, and that's more so just so we can just keep up with each other, and because that's where it started, you know. Where everyone else is doing, like Zay's doing his photography, Alex is doing like his photography and like video editing, and then I have our other homie JG, like he does editing, and you know Zach and I are like the co-hosts, so we're kind of just trying to make it the best podcast it can be. But and then like social media posting and shit like that, like you said, like stuff that people don't think about, like they just think we probably just come sit down and then it like magically gets posted, but like
Edited,
and,
uploaded.
yeah,
That shit takes time. Anybody that thinks that shit is bullshit out there, it takes time.
it takes so much time. But yeah, just trying to get better with that. Like we have a lot of content now. I'll tell y'all off camera kind of why we have been getting a lot of more content lately. But I'll tell y'all off camera. But no, yeah, it's just one of those things where like, you know, we're really wanting to become like show people that we are serious. You know, like we are like having a good time and making content, but we're also trying to brand ourselves. And you know, like that's what I've been trying to do more with my personal like Instagram and like TikTok, just to like get popping on something, you know, build up a following on my personal, and then funnel it right back to PCT and Opinionated, you know. And but yeah, no, it's just kind of doing what we have been doing. I think it's just consistently posting. I think that's been our only thing. Like there'll be weeks where we posted a video every week or every day, and then or like we posted shorts every day or whatever it is, and then like a week or two or a couple days, like I won't post anything. And that's just more so on me, but it's a lot. You know, it's hard to like, I'm like always on my phone now. like just always trying to post shit on TikTok. Like YouTube is a little bit easier because you can schedule posts.
Yeah.
But like TikTok, I actually have to get on TikTok every time, and
Yeah.
like I don't know, it's just like building up that brand. It's tough, bro. Like for sure, but like we're still kind of at the like low key like the infancy of it. You know, like we are getting our footing now, and we're figuring out like what it is that we like to do, and like who is good at what, I guess. So it's just like keeping it pushing, like not really like letting up, you know, like if it was something where like no one was really taking it serious, like they would have been like dropped out, you know. So it like everyone's been coming pretty much for like a year and a half on Tuesdays, pulling up, shooting and stuff. So I see everyone wants it like for themselves and like for everybody, you know, like, oh, like, you know, you really love to edit and you love to take pictures or whatever it is. Like, I wanted you to be able to do this for your career, you know, like,
Right.
you can do that, you know?
That's a good group to have.
Yeah, facts, bro.
Well, and we've also like learned our roles in the past since the last time we were here.
Mm.
Like everybody just like you almost kind of like have to exaggerate not doing the role that your friend like you know your friend should be doing. Like you know their role. Like you might not know it, and the same for him. Like he might know what I should be doing more, but you just almost have to kind of like let them figure it out themselves. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of a natural thing coming with it, and consistently doing it will show you what you need to do with it and what they need to do with
Yeah.
it, like their jobs and putting everything out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Consistency is always key.
It is.
Oh, it is probably the most thing. Like that's the main thing that you need to do. Like,
Yeah.
cause like yeah, like it's cool getting however many views or selling however many shirts, but like, are you gonna still be doing it when like you're not getting as much love? Like,
Right.
are you gonna do it because you actually love it or just because you're trying to make money? You know?
Quick buck.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. Like with all the people that I've been meeting that are passionate about like building their brand, it is like the money isn't even a like issue. They don't care about that.
I heard a quote from, it was like an Ice Cube video, and he was like, if you're starting a business and you expect to make money within the first 5 years, don't even start.
I did.
He was like, if you're worried about money in the first 5 years, don't even get started with it. So I don't know, it kind of was,
resonated
cool.
with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
because I mean, we are truly blessed because we do see results, and
Yeah.
and we're just rolling on 2 years in August.
Yeah.
So August 25th.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's like,
Shit.
so we are seeing results. That helps keeping us consistent too. But like,
Damn, yeah. So y'all kind of started around like a little before we did.
Yeah, we started August. We dropped our first thing August 25th of our junior year of college. So this will be our
sophomore year.
sophomore year. So now this will be our second year at it when the 25th hits.
Trying to keep it pushing.
Dang, hell yeah, bro. Any last things y'all would like to say?
We got a shout out.
You can do the first one, and we can cut this out, but I'm gonna shout out a Lord too.
Okay, true. Huge shout out. I never.
Let
This
them
is
know in the camera right there.
this is also something I did not know about. What's Not? Have you ever heard about it?
What's not?
Yeah. Okay, so live auctions, you tune in and it's kind of like a Twitch stream or something, but they auction off items. It can be from clothes to sneakers to anything. That's also another plan when we get back. So another little thing we have planned. We're going to start going on with our buddy, Rowdy Pools 13. Give them a big shout out. They sell, trade sports cards, Pokemon cards, and they've been doing huge. Like my buddy with the Pokemon cards, it is crazy. Like,
Okay.
he'll hop on a show.
Like a couple
I don't-
racks on a couple Pokemon cards.
Yeah, and like he'll drop like a lot of money on like a big order of Pokemon cards, and he'll go through and I'll look at the prices, and it's like $38 card, $40 card, $15, $100 card. On I never thought like I don't know, you can make money from
Yeah,
and
doing
that's
a lot of
anything.
stuff, really.
Yeah,
but
and that's
so
shout
Ra-
outs to Masons on the Pokemon. And
Mason
shouts outs to
Queen, Tristan
on the-
Queen, Rowdy Pools 13. Check them out on What's Not.
Yeah.
So we're about to do like some little shows with them when we get back with some
Hell
hats
yeah.
and stuff.
Okay, bet.
And then shout outs to Allure Tuscaloosa, best vintage and shoe store in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. If you're in Tuscaloosa,
Best shoe
go
store
shop
in
with them.
Alabama.
Yeah, in Alabama. Yeah. Fuck all that. In Alabama. Best shoe store in Alabama.
So anybody that is around or traveling through Alabama, specifically Tuscaloosa, Allure, would definitely check them out.
Shouts out Ryan and JC for sure.
Hell yeah. Well, yeah, I appreciate y'all pulling up.
Appreciate
If
you.
y'all enjoyed this podcast, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Thank you all.
Gang, 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 gang. Yeah.
Oh, that was a beautiful podcast.